Good morning. This is so simply, more 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 simply. Oh, simply David. This is David, Lynch. It's December 25, 2024. It's Wednesday. Even if I don't believe in parties, in some way, happy Christmas to, or in general, happy day to everyone. And here in Naples, once again, totally cloudy, sky atmosphere in general, quite cloudy. At all seems to estimate it's really afternoon practically, noon and 50 degrees and 6 Fahrenheit, 12 Celsius. This means this is really soft now. 50 degrees and 6 Fahrenheit, 50 degrees and 6 Fahrenheit, 12 Celsius. This means this is really cold now. In this period, adesso quello si casca stretta. Source for the winter period. Since the first of the month, sicuro sarà possibile non remember. Think about it. Boy, which one is supposed to be. I'm sure at the very sea, the remaining is it's also said that at the same time, it's my purpose for creative conosciuto which one is. It's better, I know perhaps it's a paradox for you, but not for me. And I didn't do the collaborations of spring and the autumn, so for the summer, in fact, for the spring and the autumn, so subjective for the summer, the 28, so prenotate successive cases, classic adjective, and as regards the case, it rested me always a few that absolutely can complain. Yes, but yes, as I'm really November, thanks to Amico per follow, Samir Subbetti 2 points with Amico the shot later. Remove 2 points for the shower if not treated. Caso where so lei pizza as possible and the chat recommended the method the chat later is new record. If you put a cold in particular, most 3 hours under ice water, under apnea and ice water. But I guess thanks to the points I always see some of the and so for this is actually for me good because in general apart from last year in past years I didn't remember in fact in this part of the winter with these degrees. So good for both things, for the fact that I follow the method, the points of this method, also in general. And so, yes, in fact, for these reasons, I repeat, it's a good thing for me, in general, good for me, and if also for the people, if you have sensation, judgment, also for me, but this, from a while it's really, I think, of no, because I repeat, it's good things for me. So as the method, I think, depend on people, if they follow, if they follow these points, if they do cold showers, I don't know, I think, generally people do always hot shower. And about the atmosphere, today absolutely I can say, yes, about the atmosphere, today absolutely I can say, the same things just for negative, it's bad, artistic, if I can be really, some things to say. In reality, no, I think it's very important. Repeat as just before. 3 and 6 Fahrenheit 12 Celsius. But the important thing is the atmosphere, it's anticipated. So before do this, as if you are in the room, resource curtain, and there is a curtain, I think I usually issue the most perfect. Suppose in fact you notice repeat the quite cloudy and like yesterday I think also according to what I read to the week, the Christmas week, it'll be bad. Yes, I think later will become more cloudy, the school cloudy. So to brief from few months. But the reason I'm so to wizard, so we'll see. And if it's a clear second scrive. So very clear. Bad. So se this con Windows era il mio curtini senza salmonzo o è sweat because on those story what reports in this room, the curtain, was in this so that also sweat the difference in color of the flowers. because the color of the papers, the second was yellow or gold, while this one seems to me like the first one pink. If not pink, whatever, we are closest. I don't know if you notice. But however, as I was in the room from the mythical winner, the new curtain, so new in quote, because we have them since 1 or 2 years. In fact, from the new grey curtain, since ancora quanto, it's more than 2 years. Those news beautiful interventions. But today, like yesterday, as a few times since the summer, until now, I don't know why, but since the summer until now, few times I showed it. I don't know for what was the reason. Few times I showed it because I was showed it. Don't happen this thing. It was sort of a report. So for this today visible and near banding, but better visible in its theory for the same in this shot, azione simile a shot. Regarding the shooter we see abbiamo no, as regarding the shooter today as soon as you get the contrary sometimes behind the routine at as soon as you get me better in general visible better visible it's a different shot as soon as you get the shot. And finally from the goalkeeper and GX 640 and PG 625 also in this case in this image shot. People for the giant person, as soon as getting it well, so don't worry, my sister, also myself from class, and finally, you get the breakfast. Today it's late in general, slightly late, from hours, maybe late, from hours, but the goal important was far away from the reaction of summer 1963. It was a Saturday, in fact, and breakfast of international diet, we started with the Finland. But remember that yes, if to the extreme and other things few years ago we passed in 1 year university in fact December 1963. So as I think that of this record December 1963 so such, but we are a bit close as regards the record, slightly late as regards my hours, slightly late as regards my hours, a bit just only 13 noon and 50. But the really important thing to show us remember that in some way also today ordinary ritorso and really happy. And as we always say che fa si sono nostri ultimi telefono so also mi si meglio già lasciato as you tomorrow I suppose if I don't die in fact I'm not till tomorrow until the club now while we'll see.